Hello everyone and welcome to this class. In this class we are going to study about herpes viruses. Okay, so herpes viruses are they contain actually many viruses in it. As you can see, there are if you divide them according to type, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, right? And in one class it may contain one or more viruses in itself. Okay, so basically, herpes virus are icosahedral in symmetry. Now you will ask why they are icosahedral. See, this is the capsid right here. This inner part of this virus is the capsid here, which contain linear double-stranded DNA, double-stranded linear genome. Okay, and they have the family character, which is its latency. Latency means if they can cause infection, yes, but at some point of the time in their life they can go latent inside the host as well, so this enables them to cause reinfections also, right? So let us say this virus enters into my mouth and it settles right in my cheek. It is not causing infection, but in certain point of my life where my immunity suddenly decrease or something happens to my immunity, like I'm become immunocompromised, in that case this virus can reactivate and can cause infection. Okay, so here is the virus. There is a special thing in this herpes virus, that is its tegument. This is an amorphous solid which is found between its envelope here, this red colored envelope, and between capsid. Okay, so apart from that, it also contains these glycoprotein spikes also, which helps in attachment. Here is what I have added this table so that you can know, right? This is HHV classification, human herpes virus classification, type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and here is its abbreviation and which family it belongs to, right? See, 1, 2, 3 belongs to alpha family, 5, 6, 7 belongs to beta family, and 4 and 8 belongs to gamma family. Okay, here are the characters of these members. Okay, first of all we will discuss about alpha family. Okay, so here is the alpha group and it has short replication cycle, means after entering the host it needs 12 to 18 hours to replicate itself, and its site of latency is neurons. So it contains viruses HHV1, HHV2. These are also called herpes simplex virus type 1 and type 2. Okay, so herpes simplex virus type 1, this cause infection in the upper part of the body, so it will obviously go latent in upper part only, right? And if we talk about HHV2, which is herpes simplex virus type 2, it cause infection in the lower part of the body. Okay, and apart from that, this varicella virus, which is HHV3, varicella zoster virus, it also comes in alpha family. Now we will talk about beta family. So beta family has a long replication life cycle, right? And these two groups, cytomegalovirus and roseellovirus, they belongs to this beta family. This cytomegalovirus, they latent themselves in kidney and glands of our body, of course, and these roseellovirus, they latent themselves in lymphoid tissues. Okay, so this HHV6 and 7 are not so important because they are not so common in our body, but at HHV5, which is cytomegalovirus, yes, they can cause means enlargement of the cells. Okay, then comes gamma family. Okay, its life replication cycle variable, so it can be long or short depending on the situation, conditions, stress conditions, etc., and it latent itself in lymphoid tissue and B cells. Okay, so first group is lymphocryptovirus, which is HHV4, which is called Epstein-Barr virus, and rhabdovirus, it also belongs to this gamma family, which is HHV8, and Coxsackie sarcoma or Coxsackie associated herpes is its name. Okay, so we'll talk about HHV1 and 2 first. So one, right, this upper portion here is the region where one will affect and the lower portion is where second will affect. Okay, so basically it can cause rashes in face and upper extremities, which is the part for one, and near genital is the region where infection is caused by HHV2. So HHV1, which is herpes simplex virus 1, this is its full form is human herpes virus, but HSV1 is also its name, HSV1, herpes simplex virus 1. So it can be transmitted through abraded skin, right? And through mucosa also, oropharyngeal contact also. And HHV2, it infect other healthy individual through sexual contact. Okay, so in the case of HHV1 or herpes simplex virus 1, herpes simplex virus 2. So in herpes simplex virus 1, oral facial mucosal lesions are seen. Skin lesion, encephalitis and meningitis type of condition is also observed. And in 2, herpes simplex virus 2, genital lesions, skin lesions which are below waist are seen. And it can also cause neonatal herpes. Of course, because if mother has this virus and it is in lower virus, and of course the baby can be affected through it. And the third virus we are going to discuss is human herpes virus type 3, which is varicella zoster virus. Okay, first of all, the varicella part is named for chickenpox, right? You know about chickenpox, right? They are generalized, diffuse and bilateral rashes. This rash is very important in its case. Why is it important? Because this is the characteristic feature of this chickenpox, and it generally happens in children, and you can say up to teenage. And then comes zoster. This is the reactivation of this varicella zoster virus. Means this chickenpox, it reactivates itself to cause this zoster, and this happens in adult. And actually this zoster is more painful compared to normal varicella virus disease. Then comes rash evolution in varicella zoster. Okay, so when a chickenpox occur to a human, these are the stages which a rash pass through. First it will form macule, then will form papule, then will form vesicle, then later will form pustule, and at last it will form scab, which is like drying of skin kind of thing. Okay, and Rees syndrome is also seen in varicella zoster disease. This Rees syndrome is very rare and serious disease. Okay, this occur after the viral infection. Actual cause of this Rees syndrome is not known, but it is seen that a patient suffering from this varicella zoster and after its recovery can show the symptoms of Rees also. And this happens only in serious conditions. Okay, and in this Rees syndrome there is confusion and swelling observed in brain, and liver damage can also be seen. Now let us talk about portal of entry for this varicella zoster virus. A portal of entry is supposed to be the entry point from where this virus enters into our system. So its portal of entry is upper respiratory tract, conjunctiva. Upper respiratory tract, you know, respiration. Conjunctiva is through eyes. Okay, so this local site, I mean when this virus enters, it affect our local site, multiply there a little and spread to regional lymph node. From there it will move to blood, and from blood to liver and spleen. Okay, and from this liver and spleen it can return back to blood also. Every time it goes to blood it causes viremia, which is fever related to virus. Okay, then after this varicella zoster affects skin, respiratory tract and neurons also, and major varicella symptoms are seen in these cases, this skin and respiratory tract disease. Okay, now we will talk about HHV5, which is human herpes virus type 5, and which is commonly known as cytomegalovirus, right? A cyto means cell, megalo means enlargement, and virus is virus itself. So this cause, have I written it somewhere? Yeah, here it is. This causes massive enlargement of the host cell. Okay, and this is the largest herpes virus in the family. Even among other herpes virus out of those 8, this is the largest virus. Okay, and we also call this virus as salivary gland viruses. Okay, so its portal of entry from where it enters is through oral route, respiratory route, transplacental from mother to child. Okay, blood transfusion, if you transfuse your blood, then comes organ transplant and sexual contact as well. So it have quite a lot of portal of entry. And why we call it salivary gland is because because respiratory route is the major route, respiratory and oral is the major route for its entry. Okay, so in this virus it can cause cytomegalomononucleosis in adults, in which a person may suffer from high temperature, swollen lymph node and throat also. Conditions like myalgia, hepatosplenomegaly can also occur. Hepatosplenomegaly is the enlargement of liver and spleen, and myalgia is you feel tiredness in your muscles. Okay, and this is a major cause of congenital and perinatal infection in newborn also. from mother to child. Okay, and its transmission is of course close contact. If somehow the healthy individual comes into close contact of the affected individual, then only it can transmit. Like I have discussed here, right? This oral route, respiratory route, transplacental blood transfusion, organ transplant, and sexual contact, these are totally direct contact. Okay, but in case of oral route, while you are kissing, or in respiratory route, like you are close to somebody and asking them whatever, or saying something to them, it can cause this viral transfer from healthy to, sorry, not healthy, from infected to healthy individual. Okay, and these viruses are highly specific for human host, thus you won't see them in animals. Okay, and when we cultivate them in vitro, why means we are going to grow them in vitro, means inside a lab, we only can use human fibroblastic cells to grow. Okay, then we will discuss about HHV4, human herpes virus type 4, which is Epstein-Barr virus. Okay, Epstein-Barr virus. This Epstein is the scientist who worked on it. That's why its name is like that. This belongs to gamma family. Okay, and oral route is its route of entry. And here are some causes. Cause for several human tumors like nasopharyngeal, like it is carcinoma, means it is a kind of cancer of nose and pharynx. Okay, then comes Burkitt's lymphoma, which is jaw tumor. Then comes Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is lymphatic system cancer. Okay, we have lymphatic system as our immunity system, and it can affect that also. Then comes B cell lymphocytes. These B cells help in antibody production, and they can also get cancerous in this case. And after this comes non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. This is you can say it has too many abnormal lymphocytes present in the body. Okay, lymphocytes are cells of a part of WBC, you can say. And whenever a person suffers from central nervous system tumor, then in 50% of the cases patients always have this non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And at last we are going to discuss about Kaposi sarcoma or Kaposi associated herpes. Okay, you don't have to know much thing about this because it is not as important as other viruses, right? So it enters through oral and sexual route. These two are the major route from which it can enter into healthy individual, and this contains oncogenic properties, means it can cause cancer. And if I'm talking about oncogenic, and you will learn about this oncogenesis in the later classes also. That's it for this class. Thank you very much and see you soon.